Boom, boom, boom. What's up, everybody? This is DTM Delta Tango Mike. We are live with another pro tips. I am so happy to be here. I hope that you guys are ready for another holiday session. And in the meantime, let's focus on some Adobe Illustrator. Welcome, everyone who is joining us either on YouTube or Behance. Big ups to all my people already on Behance. I see you. That's why I have my glasses on. Because I want to see who is leaving comments, and I need to double check that the audio is working fine. Yes, there we go. We got good audio. That's it. Oh my gosh, look at that, Misty in the house. Bruce, I was watching the stream earlier, and I see familiar names. Oliver, how you doing? I know I saw Cody. I saw Jack. Jan, how you doing? Misty in the house. Did I say Misty? I think I already said it. In any case, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Today we're gonna keep it simple. All right, I got a few things that I want to discuss and share with you, and basically, let's go ahead and share my screen. So as I'm talking about it, you can kind of see what I mean by that. All right, so today's pro tips include um, my steps to create character art without outlines. That's very important to me because I love drawing characters, right? My inspiration for characters starts from way back when. Let me show you. Right? Let me see. Is that right? Way back when in the 90s, there was a lot of thick outline art in comics, lots of pouches and action shots. I don't know who remembers that, and I do. And that's what inspired me to create my characters, right? Comics in the 80s and the 90s. And as time's gone on, I've discovered lots of other art styles, lots of other art, and I've gone from traditional to digital. But no matter what I draw, it comes down to the outlines. And so, of course, there goes Cable. There's some good artwork right here. Of course, I remember Mark Farland is a famous shot. So I don't need to keep going on and on and on. However, you do notice that I wanted you to notice that a lot of the comic book artwork has those outlines, and Jack Kirby and all the cats from way back had a lot of art that had a lot of outlines in their art. Well, nowadays, when you look at some of the art in with Illustrator being one of the main tools for a lot of artwork, is we're getting to a point where some of the most amazing art out there has no outlines. And so I'm looking through the Behance portfolio. So make sure you check out other artists on Behance, and make sure you have your own portfolio on Behance because it's important. It's important to show a track record of your work. And so as I'm looking at these Behance portfolios, this is a very beautiful picture. Lots of gradients, lots of color, and no outlines. Right, good work right here. Another amazing illustration. It looks like I want some cheese and wine tonight. But look at this. This is amazing. Again, the gradients and no outlines, which is what we're about today, right? The pen tool and gradients. So to me, whether this is of course Illustrator, but the way the artwork looks is it can be easily done with pen tool and gradients, and I'm going to show you that today. We can go run through a couple more illustrations here. This is beautiful work. Again, no outlines, just a lot of color and gradients. Another amazing illustration right here. Whew. And we can go on and on and on, right? And I'm looking at all this artwork, and there goes some of the things that I like to do, which is more of a character artwork. We're looking at character art, and it's like, this is cool. This is cool. Why can't I do that? Something like this. And then I look at my work, and there it is, right? This is all on Behance, so you can check out my Behance profile whenever you get a chance. And so, any wannabe superheroes with lightning. And so, if you're looking through, you see all the outlines, and then every now and then I was like, yeah, let's do something where there is no outline. And so, little by little, I've been working on some character work, and this is all sketches and outlines. And then when I get to do the actual vector, there goes lots of outlines. Little by little, I've been finding ways to get into where I do a drawing and there are no outlines. So this is one of those pieces right here. I I started in May. I didn't get to finish for May, but I still finished it and added a bunch of details and things that I thought I wanted in here. And so, but basically, it comes down to starting with an outline, working with the pen tool to create your shapes, your paths, your anchor points, and then slowly build out that drawing to the point where these shapes build together to create this character. And so here it goes. And then once you have those shapes, the next step is to throw in some gradients and shadows and get the shading and the colors so that it starts to look like what it is that you want it to look. So the point is that there is a workflow here. What's the workflow? Is sketch. Let me go and show you. This is my sketch to vector series. So you start with a sketch and then start working with a pen tool to create your shapes. And this is a matter of fact, this is one of those pieces where one of those projects where I started with a lot of line work in the project, and you move all the way through. There's something nice right there. Sketch, sketch. That's Fresco, and then Fresco again, another sketch. But there we go. Boom. You start with a sketch. The workflow is that you start with a sketch on the top layer, pen tool on a different layer with the shapes, and then take those shapes into and add some gradients, and bam, you have more of a finished, polished artwork. Okay, so let's go ahead and share my other screen because I got several. And this is my wallpaper right here, which is one of those pieces where there are no outlines. And so I think I'm getting better and better at it. I see other artists and their work, and it's like, that's amazing. And so here, let's go ahead and review a little bit of this one here. I want to say that there could be some things that are better on this drawing, but I feel pretty good about it. All right, let's go ahead and do a quick review. Here we go. It's right there. It's a battle scene. And my technique for working with vectors or any of my artwork is that it always starts with a sketch in some place. And did I delete the sketch? I deleted the sketch. So let's move on to a different one. Yeah, where are you? Where are you? It's axis vector 1. There we go. All right, so let's start with, and I'm sure this one does have the sketch. Yes, so get rid of that, put that on there. Boom. Here we go. So my process for now, and until I hear something better, until someone else gives me some insight as to, Dan, here's how you should do it, here's what you can do. This is going to be my process, right? First step, make sure that your sketch is on the top layer. So there it is. Brought in a sketch. The sketch I did it with an app called Adobe Fresco, and I scribbled out the idea of what I wanted, and I was like, okay, this is perfect. I didn't want to draw this in Adobe Fresco because then, with the vector, because then I would end up with a lot of line work, and I don't want the lines. That's the whole point, no lines. So so I brought it into Adobe Illustrator, and once I have this sketch, and let me turn it off and on, there we go, on the top layer, I lock that layer, or actually, hold on. Once I have that sketch on the top layer, the next step of what I want is to make sure that my blend mode is on multiply. We want it on multiply because the next step is going to include adding layers of color and shapes under this layer. And when we have this layer on multiply, then we can see those other layers underneath. So multiply, turn down the opacity a little bit. There we go. Let's make it 27%. That's good. Lock that layer. So there we go. First step, make sure your layer has the drawing. Change the blend mode to multiply. Take down the opacity to a small percentage so you can still see your drawing, and bam, get to it. All right, let me change something here because I want you guys. Where it is. Boom. Now, next step is to start new layers, and there's a new layer right here, and it has nothing. Start a new layer, and so the second step is to start using your pen tool. I love the pen tool, and that's because whatever you put into Adobe Illustrator on the artboard, it doesn't happen automatically. You kind of want to guide and direct every little bit yourself. So let's start with this handle right here, right? Keep it simple. So we got the pen tool. Let's go ahead and just change the color so that we can see it when we start to draw it. pen tool, boom, tap, let go, tap, and we'll tap, move, and hold. Tap, hold, and then move the pen tool. Move the handle. Whew, I'm getting there. Then let go, tap, let go, tap, and pull on the handle, let go, tap, pull on the handle, let go, tap, let go, and tap. So when you tap, you get the squares, the square corners, but when you tap, hold, and pull, you get rounded corners. So I wanted to say it right so that we understand what's happening. That's cool. I got one piece there. Now, if you notice, you can see the new layer under the sketch layer. So here goes the sketch layer, and there goes the color layer. You see that? Boom. And so this is why our workflow needs to start with the sketch on top. When we have the sketch on the topmost layer, then whatever we do underneath will start to show up, and we can still see what's going on with our drawing. So let's make a new layer, and I love making tons of layers. Layers are free, so use as many layers as you want. There goes the pen tool. I almost grabbed the pencil tool. I see a lot of artists working with the pencil tool, and that's cool. There's something about my brain and my hand that doesn't connect when I want the lines that I want and the shapes that I want when I use the pencil tool. So the pen tool again, let's go ahead and change our color. Let's go gold. Bam, tap, go, tap, and pull on the handle and tap back into the anchor point so that that anchor point has half a curve and half a angle. Boom, tap and drag, tap and drag, tap, let go, tap back into the anchor point, tap and drag, tap and drag, tap and drag, drag, boom, there we go. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Bam, look at that. When I turn off the sketch, it starts to look like something. All right, turn back my sketch back on. Here we go. And cool line work, says Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. What's up to Steven, Bruce, Steve, and Steven? Oh, we got a couple of Steves. Richard, how you doing? And Gareth in the house, Jan. Okay, I gotta say hello to everybody. Cody, Oliver, Misty, that's right. I appreciate y'all. Leave a comment. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions. And remember that we're going to meet up after this stream on the Discord. So there is a link in the description of this video where you can click through, get into the Discord, and we will be there discussing these techniques and these pro tips. All right, so we got the handle, got it, and lock that layer, unlock this layer, and let me go ahead and get the pen tool again. And now I'm gonna tap here, go there, tap there, bam. You know what I want with that color? Make it green. There we go. I probably should have put that in a different layer. Look, boom. You can do that. It's all good. I know. Come on, click and drag right into the other layer. Got it. Got it. And I like how the yellow layer is on top of those two so that it cuts off anything that I don't want. I don't have to cuts off the extras that I left in here for this other shape. Turn it on. As a matter of fact, I do want to bring that in. Go in tight. There we go. I like it. Nice. And as you turn off and on the sketch, you start to see your drawing come together. Thank you, Cody, following the live stream. Join us on the Discord. All right. So now at some point you have enough shapes and you're like, okay, I like this. So I don't need my sketch so much, but if I want to leave the sketch in, what do I do? What do I want to do here? Let me go ahead and make a new layer. And if I want, I can start adding a little bit of highlight. And I know this is not the highlight color, but it's all right. Boom. Sometimes you want a couple of highlight colors, and there it goes. It looks kind of white, and that's all right. Like it. And let's do another one right. One's gonna be circle. All right, good. So you kind of want to slowly build your illustration with as many layers as you want, many colors you want, whatever, shapes. But eventually it all adds up. So let's turn off the sketch. There we go. Okay. Let's turn off the highlights for now. And here's one of my techniques with the third step, with the gradients, all right? Maybe because I don't like masking, and so I don't use any masking. What I do instead is, here it is. I grab the layer that I want to start adding some gradients, right? There it is, the layer 3. And what I'm gonna do, instead of masking or adding anything else just yet, hey Derek, how you doing? What I'm gonna do, so over here on the right hand side, we have the scissors, and I'm going to copy, then I'm gonna create a new layer, and I'm going to paste it, boom. So now I have 2 layers with the same artwork. I lock the bottom layer. The second layer is when I start to play with the gradients. So here we go. We have 2 options, solid color or gradients. So let's look into our gradients, and let's go with the simple linear gradient. There we go. Let's go like this. I like it. Let's go like that. So once I start touching the slider that includes my colors, and one end and the other, I can change the color. So I don't want it to be green. See, it is red. So let's just go white for now. This one, I want it to be a dark color. So you tap the color circle and then move your color around. I like that. That's cool. And you're like, that's cool, Dan. That's a nice little gradient. But wait, there's more. Go back into your properties. And in the blend mode, we're going to click on multiply. And now you have 2 layers working together. One with the color, one with the gradient. And now it starts to give you a little bit of volume. A little bit of values that makes it look like there is something here that's a little bit more solid, and that looks good. I like it. Yeah. All right. No outlines yet. No outlines. Whew. So that's what I'm trying to get rid of. That. All right, now I can turn down the opacity a little bit down if I want to. I like it. Nice. And that's it. I'm done with that. This is where I bring back the white outlines, and so I can get a little complicated, and I try to slow down right here because sometimes I can go real crazy with the details and the layers, and I'm already thinking like, how could I make some details in the handle so it looks like it's leather wrapped around. But I gotta slow down because we only have 30 minutes, and now we're less than 15. Okay, so here's my layers, right? The layer for the highlights, gradient, again, the linear gradient, and now I can switch this out. Let's see, let's go this way. Put the whites towards the top and the darks towards the bottom. So the white touches the edge of the shape, because what we're going to do next is select that whole layer. Let's go ahead and back to our selection tool, select the whole layer, and now we're going to choose green. There it is. Oh yeah. Go back into our gradient. And let me see, where are you? Gradient, come on, gradient. All right, I gotta do each individual. There we go. No, there it goes. Gradient, color wheel. See, look, I can change this around. Maybe turn it up. Go, got it for that one. Tap the next shape, click into my gradient, part of the color, and go like, selection tool. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look like it's shiny. It's shiny. Because I'm shiny. All right, do it again. Gradient. You activate the gradient. There we go. Oh yeah. Just a few. Wait, there's more, says Cody. That's right. Just a few details here, which few shapes, but with using the gradients tools. Oh my gosh. You start to add a little bit of extra, and you create, the artwork starts to really pop off, and it only takes a little bit of extra work here. Now, I'm trying to keep it simple, but let's go with this yellow one. Here we go. Select the yellow. So we're going to try this again. Keep going over and over. And that's why this is a 30-minute session, because the steps are the same over and over and over and over and over until you're done. And I'm gonna show you what a finished illustration looks like, including the main battle illustration I showed you earlier. Okay, so now I've copied and pasted this shape here, and again, go to the gradient. But this time let's select the freeform gradient. So the freeform gradient gives us the option to use different points for different colors. So this color right here has a gray, and so I can go move this color piece inside of my color wheel, and in my what do you call this little thing, saturation thing, I forgot. And then this color one is going to go further up, closer to the yellow. There we go. There. So we got let's make this white, and we're going to make another one, and I can just keep tapping and adding extra colors. Yes, there we go. A little bit of red. I like it. Okay, cool. I got 3 colors, and this is why I like the gradient, freeform gradient, because you can move and create a. Look at that. Ah! Oh, that's tough. That's tough. All right, all right, all right. Selection tool. That means you lock in your colors. Again, there's layer 8. Go into your properties. Multiply. Look at that. Whoa, before. Okay. After. Yes. Okay, opacity. Turn down the opacity a little bit. Yeah, I like it. This is good. I don't know about what you think. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments if you think this is good, or if I need to go and come out with some more pro tips that are better, because I don't know. I think I like this. Okay, okay. All right, so I've done 3 parts so far. This is good. Oh, yeah, I need to turn that back on. I like it. And let's go and lock it. That's what I meant to do, lock it. Okay, last piece we're going to do right now. Let me see. Yeah. Is this green. Again, copy. Boom, paste, got it. Gradient, boom, here we go. Oh, that looks good. I'm just gonna touch it. Look at that. It's got like a little bit of a blue hue right there. Oh my gosh. All right, bam, boom, and then maybe the opacity a little bit. Nah, multiply. Oh, multiply is really too tough. Kind of dark. No, I like the normal. That was all right. Sometimes I do that. I let Illustrator decide for me. Like, all right, those colors were cool. I like it. Okay. So now we got a nice, clean little combo going on here. And the more you add on to it, the better it's going to be. Cody says, nice blue. Sean says, boom. That's right. That's amazing. Looks realistic. Thank you, Misty. All right. So now let me show you what I did with this piece. Oh, my gosh. Here we go. Because you go, and the steps are the same over and over and over and over. Make sure your sketch is on the top layer. Use the pen tool to create your shapes. And then once you have the shapes you want, you will duplicate some of these shapes so that you can then add a gradient to it. So gradients, blend mode, opacity color, and there it goes. And so like in the hair, I'm just going to show you the hair because that's all the time we have left, is there's the hair front. So there we go. You see this hair front. But above that, there's another layer, and there's the hair front also. And this hair front has that green on it. This green on it is there we go. You see this on the left-hand side? You see that? That is the freeform gradient. So I use the freeform gradient, boom, to add in the little points of color, so that when I use the blend mode on this, there we go, multiply and opacity. I hope this stuff was useful to you. I hope you are able to try out this three-step process of my workflow, where we have a sketch on the top layer, pen tool time, and then gradients. Maybe it should be 4 parts. Sketch on top, pen tool time, duplicate some of those layers, and then throw some gradients, and there's 5 things, and then some opacity blend modes. I'm gonna write that down because I think that was pretty cool. Cody says, happy accident. That's right. Yes, and we'll have a minute, so let me do one more. Let me show you. This jewel. Look at this jewel. Oh my gosh. Again, turn that off, turn that off. There it is. Solid, a smaller oval with the gradient, and then boom with the little highlight. And if I was if I took my time, I would add a white highlight and then a highlight on that gold part. I am DTM, Delta Tango Mike. Make sure you join us in the Discord. I will be headed over there right after this. And check out some of the projects that I have on Behance, because I have this whole setup for the workflow for this drawing right here on the Behance. And I actually did a sketch to vector with some of these little tips there. And there you go. Look at that. There's screenshots and then a final workflow. I am DTM, Delta Tango Mike. Find me anywhere on the internet, Delta Tango Mike. You guys are awesome. And like I said, join us in the Discord, and I will be there to answer all any questions and go through my process. Thank you, everybody. I will see you around. Peace.